Assuming.
That's, I'm not sure. Does it show? It's public, right?
Yes.
This is with your account?
Hmm?
This is with your account?
My account, yes.
Okay. Can try test sensor. Yeah.
I can hear the faucet from the other class.
Hmm? Oh, okay. Oh, but this is not showing to.
Any button here that we can touch?
Yeah. Is this one right?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's this.
That one, yes. The one that has the one that has this, like the pointer, this one. I don't think so. I think it's automatic.
That's that. I think this view needs to be changed now.
If you want to test it, and first we duplicate. Maybe like this. Maybe. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then how to proceed? Or
Where's the mouse?
okay.
Should we show it like this, or should we do
I
it
think
like the previous one?
like this because professor will write, right? This light.
But this show is like this.
Oh, no. How to change that?
It's the different screen.
Application. It'll be. Can you check the? Oh.
Delay.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's better, right? Wait, is the sound alright?
Yeah, it's
Oh, okay. Wait, I think I need to. Ducal. I guess. I do working.
Last night is working. I checked last night.
Okay.
Last night. Check last night. Fix it. Fix it.
I'm not sure. I can. Yeah, this way, Professor.
So you do have the slide here. So do you also copy the video? Okay, fine. I do have.
Oh, it's here.
Yes, inside. Where's the slide you put? Where's the slide you put?
This one.
I mean, you store at which location?
Yeah, downloads.
It download?
Yeah, I just download it. The stream is ready.
Don't do that. Next time. This is last year.
Oh, okay. No.
Let me do one thing. Try to be more organized.
Okay.
Yes? No, I'm asking Ted. Anything? No. Oh, okay.
Just check.
And slide.
Oh.
What?
Just
Start recording?
I'm not sure. Maybe later. But
Later. Later.
Yeah.
We already streaming?
yeah. It's
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So I don't forget.
Yeah, later. Let me do one thing. I need to get to.
Yeah.
Until cool and slide. Oh, this is data mining slide. To change to my, I will actually give that to you later, but right now I need to go to my account. Okay. Oh. Okay. Yes. Sure. Release.
我想请问，如果有这堂课，因为在我的 X class，
所以你要问什么？
再去加签另一堂课是可以的吗？
我们有几堂是你一定要到的
啊，
然后有写在那个 schedule 上，你那2堂可以到吗？你要去查一下。
这堂跟下午那个
啊，
早上那一堂跟下午那个。
早上那一堂，我们这堂课一定有2堂，至少2堂课的时间需要到。那个时间你会在吗？你要去查，因为那段时间你说我 S class 说要做什么，那个是没有办法允许的。S class 会有说考试的时候一定要到，对不对？我们有一些在 evaluate 的时间一定要到，我记得是12月哈。
那上课时间这样到的
上课时间看你要不要到，不到是你的损失。
哦，你是说考试的时候那两个？
考试的有2天一定要到，对，有2天一定要到，剩下的你自己看对吧？OK， 好。
Record.
This one, do I need to utilize this one? No. Utilize this one can test, right? Hello, 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 hello. No voice. No voice. Hello, hello, hello. So I think they changed the system. Oh. Hello, 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 hello. No voice right here. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Hello, hello. 这麦克风不能 work， 你们之前有测试吗 ？Hello, hello. 理论上它不应该会动到啊。Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. 那个扣这个。 是2798，问他说为什么麦克风没有声音？
这个也不行
啊 ？Hello Hello， 都没有声音，他麦克风设定改过了。啊 ，Call this one, call this one, call this one。你要 call， 因为那个他不讲英文的。
那你其实4798，
4798，然后去旁边打。
那就打什么？打4798。
这是前面清华大学的号码。Am I on YouTube now？ 我可能要在旁边讲。So good morning, everyone. We have microphone problem right here. They changed the setting during the summer. So then I probably will utilize my bare voices to talk to you. Is that clear for you in the back seat? Okay, so then this class actually are setting as class. So which means that you are not necessary to show up for the classroom, but they do having some particular dates that you need to show up. We were going to talking about the regulation and all the requirement we want to talk today. And then if you cannot find any room, okay, so we have an overflow room in 106 over there. If you cannot find any seats, you can go to the overflow room, and then we were having a video casting right there, streaming right there. So if you cannot find any room. Okay, so welcome for this ISA orientation for the data mining courses orientation. And then we also have this class is not only in National Tsinghua University, it's also broadcasting through the YouTube. And so in other words, if you went to the YouTube link, you can actually receive the live streaming from Tsinghua. Okay, so then when I actually talk, if you have any question, you can go to this slide QR code right there and left your question right there. And so in the end of the session, I will come and try to answer your question. So again, if you cannot find any seat right here, you can go to the overflow room and in 106. So one of the TA maybe charge right there. 我们所有的电池都有电，跟他讲说不用再继续讲家里有。Okay, so then this is ISA5810. So you need to know this data mining courses actually is located at Institute of Information System and Application. So which means that originally the class was designed to teach, if you know what is ISA. ISA is an institute we try to recruit many students from a different background. So in other words, the background are not necessary in computer science or electrical engineering. And because of it, and we try to make this class, this data mining classes, is a little bit not theoretic as compared to most of the data mining courses. We try to be more emphasized on how you can apply the data mining technique into certain domain. So if you are a fan of knowing so many details of the mathematical equation, I would suggest you to take the machine learning related course. Because machine learning related course, they will have more mathematical calculation. So in some courses, I know some people already shaking their hand. No. Okay, so, but in these courses, some of the topic, I probably will go through them for just like 5 minutes. So for example, like we were having some like singular vector decomposition. And if you took the machine learning courses, they probably would take over for like 1 hour to tell you why this matrix will be decomposed into this way, that way, so many different things. But we don't talk about that. We usually only tell you what are the characteristics behind them, okay? And where is the possible way you can apply to it. Okay, so that is the design for these data mining courses. And me, I am Yixin Chen, your instructor, okay? And then you can know that all my courses are offered in English. It's not because my English ability is much better. No, that is because that we have a lot of international students. They strongly need a courses lecture in English. And also, I believe, even though my English ability is not so super good, but then I believe the way I talk will be enough for me to communicate the content from my brain to your brain. I can be able to communicate, even though I will have a lot of mistakes. For example, I forget this ed. I actually sometimes will say he instead of she, and I have a lot of mistake right there. But it's fine. In this AI time, that it's very important to make a lot of mistake. Then we aware of the mistake, and then we try to improve. Okay, so in other words, don't expecting that these courses we're having because it's in English, so then my accent or my grammatic thing right there actually will be perfect. No such thing. So in other words, when you actually try to answer my question, ask me, then it will be nice that you just try your best. By the way, I also mentioned that you have this slide dudes QR code right there. If you want to, you can also ask question in Mandarin. I think if you ask in Mandarin and in English, I can understand. If you ask the question in Spanish, our TA will understand Spanish. And if you ask in Indonesia, one of our TA will understand. Mongolian right there, you can understand about Hindi. Okay, so then we have several language was supported because we have very diverse, very strong TA right there with a different language. We try to know. Anyone know French? No, sorry, no French TA this year. Okay, so we will try next year. Okay, so then right now we have different TA, and I actually separate them into 2 pages. Then you can clearly see the first page of TA are our international student who are TA. So then 2 of them actually look bigger, and so then that's our TA will directly share their experience with you. You need to be louder. Microphone.
Hello. Hi guys. So yeah, I think this course might be like a little heavy, like at first, but like I think like with professor's explanations, like through the semester, I think you will get like the gist of like what do we need to do, and yeah, like there might be like a lot of like quizzes and things that you need to like take care in the NTU cool in the system. So you might be like you need to check if there is anything that you need to like do because the course, like there's a lot of universities in here, a lot of students, so we need to like we will keep track of the progress to the system, so you need to check it out. Okay.
Okay, thank you. So that is our first TA. So then the second TA.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Nani. Yeah, I'm the TA for this semester. What you can expect from this class is you will like get to learn about the data mining and like maybe about like the text mining and the deep learning, but maybe not that deep. But yeah, the load will be a bit higher, so like you need to work hard to this.
Work hard.
Yeah.
Okay, these 2 TA, you can see the photo is a little bit bigger than another TA because they are PhD students and they in charge to design all your homework. So then this 2 TA actually will be the person in charge of the lab. Okay, so then we have another TA that try to code them one by one. Ted.
Hello everyone, nice to meet you. My name is Ted, and things that to expect in this course is that you can learn some new things that can be applied maybe in your daily life application. And I hope that all of you can stay with us until the end of the course. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Next one. Talk to the microphone.
Is it working?
Yeah.
Hello everyone, I'm Erica, and also I took this course last year, and I think honestly this course is a little bit challenging. So and also final exam is biggest part of the course, so it's better to attend every lectures. That way you will not get lost. Thank you.
Okay, so next one, Tanisha.
Hello everyone, my name is Tanisha. I also took this course last year. And trust me, this course is heavy, but this course gives a very big return on investment. It's the best introduction to the data world. For me, it was. And if you stick through the course and go through reference materials and keep on reading stuff, attend the lectures, do activities, participate in labs, you'll be good to go. But you need to stick through and prepare for the final exam very hard. Thank you.
So hi everyone, my name is Aliyah. I'm from the Philippines. I took data mining like first semester of my first year, and I want to share some maybe few tips that helped me finish this course. So first one is to make good use of the TA sessions and the reflection activities after class. These are perfect opportunities for you to ask questions, clarify anything that you're confused about, or maybe like dive deeper into the topics that you're really interested. So don't hesitate to use these platforms. And the last one is to have a study buddy or classmate that you can discuss the material with, because the class can move pretty fast sometimes. And what I learned is it really helped me if I have someone to discuss ideas with to solidify what I was learning. So thank you, that's all.
Okay, thank you. So next one, we were having another batch of the students who are domestic students. You will find out all the TA. We only utilize one email right there to make all the TA to support you. Okay.
Hello everyone. My name is Zhang Yongli, and my English name is Victor. And I also participate in this class last year. And what I can suggest you is to think more and discuss more with your teammates or your friends and etc. Because in this class they will have several activities and some events or competitions, and that I think discussion will be benefit for you to learn more in this class instead of just study on the book. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So our next TA, Zheng Yan, actually this morning he reports sick, so that's why he cannot show up. So then we have a next TA, Andy, right here.
Hello, my name is Andy, and my Mandarin name is Zhang Han. And in this course, I want to suggest you to not join. We will have several homework in the future, and I suggest you to start it more early as possible, because it will cost you lots of time. So, fighting.
Fighting. Thank you. Next one, Zhi.
Hi everyone, I'm Zhang Zhi, and I'm one of the TA in this class. So if you have any questions and need any help, don't hesitate to contact us. Yes, that's all. Thank you.
One thing I want to talking about Zhiyu is undergraduate major is not in CS, it's in
Advertising.
See, so it's totally not related to CS. But then last year when he took these courses, he received like a top 2 score among the classroom. So that is why we say don't thinking about if your undergraduate is not CS, you cannot fit in. No, he worked hard, so then he deserved to have a good grade. Thank you. Next one, Andy.
Hello everyone. I am Andy, and
Another Andy.
and my Chinese name is Xu Enjia. And like other TSA, this class is kind of heavy, but you can learn something you don't know before. And I'm responsible for TA hours, so if you have any question, please contact us as soon as possible, and we will do our best to try to help you to solve this problem. Thank you.
Thank you. So you actually, if you count correctly, you will find out we have 11 TA. Last year we have 8, and we find out 8 is not enough, so this year we're adding more. And why so many TA? Because it's not only the people right here in this classroom need our assistance. We also in online having the different students from the different school right here. So that is the part I want to talking about. This courses is under another design called Taika, and too bad we don't have any. Sorry. Let me see, what should I do? Okay, so in this video, we try to describe something about Taika. So later on, I probably will put this video in our NTU Cool, okay? But this morning, because of the audio setting in this classroom was broken, so there's no way for us to hear about that. But fine, so I will suggest you later on go to NTU Cool to listen to this video. I'm sorry that because of the audio thing did not work. So the data mining actually is under the Taika is one of the courses. The thing is probably because you did not listen to this video, so you don't know what's going on. Actually, the whole design of the Taika is we try to select some courses from the top school right there. And then the courses actually will become a courses we call them leading course. This leading course actually we're hosting in one of the university, but we'll broadcast to another 54 university. So together, you are not only the student taking the courses with me, then we also having another student from another 54 school also taking the courses with you. And then after you finish one of the program right there, so for example, we have 2 different programs, and one of the program is designed for being the experts for the natural language processing technique. One of the program right here, the left-hand one, actually is for industrial exploration program. Okay, so then right here you see the machine learning, but take the data mining also can be count as one of the course. Then right here, in the right-hand side part, right here, you see this one is about data mining. Okay, so then afterward, you probably can take in other courses, like in the same semester, we also have the NLP courses by the Professor Gao Hongyu. Okay, and actually just in the same semester, we have to tell you that this semester we have this 4 of them also offer in this same semester. Only the AI ethics only offer for the spring semester. So in the Tuesday afternoon, we have introduction to generated AI, and actually Zhiyu is one of the TA right there. Okay, and NLP courses by Professor Gao, actually I remember it's Tuesday or something, and the human-computer interaction, that one actually is designed and will be offered by another Professor Han in National Taipei Tech University, Taipei Keda. Okay, so here are the reading material for this textbook. So most of the time, the student only asks me one question: Professor, do I really need to purchase that textbook? Is that mandatory? Okay, the answer is no. So, but why you call it textbook? Because a lot of material are extracting from this textbook. Sometimes, as I say, in some of the material, I will go through them very quickly. But But if you want to know the detail, why the actually is going through like this way, then you better to purchase the textbook and understand all the detail and described right there. And then we also will have a lot of different additional reading. Let me try to introduce the next one. That is called our course web pages. Okay, so if you go to this one, it will be our course web pages. Okay, so right here, click on it. You will find out our YouTube live streaming video right this part. So let me try to go right here. I hope there's no any echo. So you can actually see right here, there's a live. So when I talk right here, I will have a live streaming right this part. And we do have the different video. Okay, then if you actually go to check them, you will find out that is a video for 2024. Why I still left this 2024 video right there? Some students want to actually know more material and try to study advanced. You can actually go through this 2024 one. But if there's all the requirement, and then please try to checking our video for 2025. Because every year I change my policy. Every year I change my policy. Why? Because I got bored for having something the same. And also from the last year, we're starting to realize certain things, and I want to be improved. I want to improve about that. That is why this year I will try to change my policy. So if that is regarding to how we try to grade, how we try to team up the final project, what is the requirement for the final project, that change every year. So the 2024 one is just for you as a backup for you to understand. Okay, so then I shouldn't go right here. Go to web pages again. Okay, so not only it is YouTube right here, you will find out that we also have this calendar. Click on it, and then you will find out different calendar. Right now, our TA still try to schedule their time, but then right this part, you will find out we have English TA hour. We have Mandarin TA hour. This year, they are very nice, knowing our students would prefer different language. Okay, so if you want to go to English TA hour, and you can go for them. If you want to go to Mandarin hour, you actually know where you need to go to. Okay, and then we also having this join. When you click on it, actually will bring you to NTU Cool. That is our class platform. NTU Cool. Okay, and I will talk about NTU Cool later, but I want to continue. So this in this course web pages, actually you will find out here all our TA mining. By the way, you will find out they all leading you to the same email. And why is still 2024? Because we don't want to change. Okay, I don't want to create so many different email. And then we were having the syllabus. This part is different from the NTQ web pages because right here we will see that is a topic orientation today for 3 hours. And we have different activity, and would like you to actually finish about the activity later. Okay, and then we actually probably were having something called interesting video. And if you want to know where the data mining can be used, you can go to check this video. And most of the video, I have to say, like 100% of the video, I actually read them. I actually see them. I handpick some of the great video. I think they actually explain something in a very detailed, very nice way. So for example, like PCA part, I only talk for 5 minutes, but Professor Andrew Ng, actually in Stanford right now, I think he's not in Stanford, he's have his big company right there. Actually, he have 2 lectures talking about how the PCA work. Okay, so even though I did not talk in my class, but I provide so many related video for you to have the additional knowledge about it. Okay, so then we were having so many things right here. You can see some of them have the video, some of them have different activity. If there's certain thing important, we will try to add in them right here. Okay, of course you can go to the NTU Cool. And why the NTU Cool is necessary? Because, for example, today, if you went to NTU Cool, you will find out that our orientation handout is already being uploaded to the NTU Cool. Okay, so later on, after my videos being edited, my TA actually will help to edit the video and adding the caption, subtitle. Why that is important? Because maybe sometimes we have the pronunciation problem, so then you recognize the term in different ways. So we actually will have the subtitle, and also for a lot of Mandarin speaker, having a subtitle actually is a lot easier for you to understand about the material. So we're adding the subtitle, and then we upload the video right here. And after we finish adding the subtitle, and then the same thing will also be uploaded to this YouTube, and this live streaming video will be unpublished. Okay, so we will utilize the edit one to replace the live streaming one. Okay, so then this is about the course web pages. We have the class platform, and we still have set up the team is because sometimes if you want to have the discussion to our TA, YouTube is not for you to have the discussion. And then we were having some platform for you. So we have YouTube file and NTU Cool pages right here. That is NTU Cool pages. And then I want to talking about one thing is, sorry. Forgot. Sorry. Let me do. The thing I want to talking about is if you went to NTU Cool, okay, so for example, you might wonder that where are you? Okay, so you will find out right now. Our TA told me this one suppose it shouldn't be there. Sorry, I shouldn't. Okay. Our edit TA, remember one thing, no email are allowed to show up in our final one, so that pages need to be cut. Okay, so then you actually will receive an invitation from NTU Cool. I'm sorry, I want to show that to you, but I find out that they have in the email that is not good. So if you went there, okay, and then before I want to show you that they have a lot of people did not accept the invitation. So where the email will go, they will go to your corresponding school email address. It will not be Gmail. It will be school email address. So in other words, if you are NTHU student, you can either see that email in your GAPP NTHU account or in your like OZ account or CS account. So the affiliation for your email address need to be ending with nthu.edu.tw. So if you are from National Taiwan University, they have to be ntu.edu.tw. So that is a regulation from NTU Cool. So you might find out, how come I did not receive the invitation? Go to your school system, 到你的校务资讯系统上 check the email. If your email still left Yahoo or Gmail, then you will not receive the invitation from NTU Cool. Why we make such things such difficulty is because that to go through the for example, NTHU or NTU or NSYSU is try to make sure you are the same student. Sometimes, you know, currently in a lot of journal editing or conference submitting, we usually find out that email, how do we know it's really associated with a real person? Okay, we cannot make sure. Okay, but associate to your school system, we can double check that is definitely the same person. So that need to go to your school system. if you're exchange student, we might have different policy. We can talk to the school. That part I don't know yet. Okay, but please go to your NTU cool system, and then after you register, you will be able to see your page. Okay, and this year we have different case. If in your school you do not have, so right now that is not talking for NTHU student, it's talking to some other school student. Okay, if you're belong to other school student, you find out your class actually did not have any associated teacher, which means you're taking the mirror classes with me. Okay, I will be the person try to give you the grade. But if in your school, and for example, if you are in Fongjia University, you do find out they do having some professor associated with that class, which means that professor is the one try to grade you, not me to grade you. So this year we have different kind of systems. Some people actually take the mirror class. Some students taking certain courses, we're talking about satellite course. If you're taking the satellite course, you will find out you will have two different NTU cool course. One is they were having a name called 主导课程, so which means that under NTHU. And then you might having another account associated to, for example, this is 逢甲大学. Okay, so try to pay attention to your own affiliation. So if you see two courses on your NTU cool system, which means you belong to satellite course. If you only have one course, which means you're taking the mirror courses with us, only try to follow the schedule right here. So it will a little bit confused right here for the student who don't really know what's going on. Okay, so then we have several activity. As I say that in all the activity we try to design, we try to make sure you know how to apply the technique, the data mining technique, to your own system. So the best way is for you to having some hand-on experience. We were having several in-class activity to make sure you do understand me. So you will have a lot of quiz. Okay, so for this today, we also give you some quiz later for you to working on. It's called orientation quiz. It's not difficult. You just try to listen to certain English, make sure you really catch up. And then we also will have 2 lab assignments. Last year, we find out 2 lab assignments will make some students who working like 1 day before or 2 days before the deadline. And then because they cannot catch up, so they give up. Okay, so this year we're still having 2 lab assignments, but we will have different deadline. So for example, lab 1, we will having 2 deadline. We will have phase 1 deadline. And to make sure you know how to working with that, and then we will also have phase 2 deadline. So we kind of separate the lab into different subtasks. We don't want to ask you to submit them all together. No, we want to submit them one by one. So even though it looks like 2 lab assignments, but they have different batch. And for lab 2, we have 3 submissions. So we actually partition them to part 1, part 2, part 3. Each one of them have a corresponding deadline. Okay. We also are having 1 paper presentation. Why is one important? Because you need to learn how to reading a paper and to know all the material about it. And then we also were having a project for you to really participate with it. And in the final, we were having 1 closed book final exam. Okay, so here are the grading policy. For the lab assignment, the total is about 20%. The paper presentation is about 10%. 1 final project is about 25%. 1 exam is about 35%. And then also we're having one thing called class participation. What does that mean? We actually say it's S class. What happens if I cannot attend the class? we were having some in-class quiz. The way we try to give you the grade for your participation, you try to see how many quiz you participate. Okay, and most of our quiz were open for 1 period, like 2 weeks. Okay, so you need to do this one within the 2 weeks, and then we will mark you participate for our course. Okay, so then the course is offered in English. I already give you one reason. Okay, but then we actually want to tell you why the orientation quiz is necessary. A lot of students have different understanding about their English ability, okay? But from my perspective, I think you guys are good enough. Even though probably you don't 100% understand me. But if you can understand me like 60% or 70%, that would be good enough. But then we would like to really remind you how much you can improve. So that is for orientation quiz go. Okay, and also sometimes our students complain about the way I speak in English. Professor, your accent is not good enough. We prefer certain accent. Sorry, I don't know what kind of accent I have. I just spontaneously move, just scroll like this way. Okay, so then but if you cannot get used to it, this is course lecture in English, you hate the way I speak in English, fine. After taking the orientation quiz, you can decide to drop this course. But then the reason is we want to know how we can improve each other. In the previous year, because we always having in-class orientation, so I would like to show you some of the interesting figure right here. This is a figure for the student who finished the orientation quiz in 2021, just few years ago. Okay, they having exactly the same question as what you have. And then you actually can find out one thing right here. The x-axis is orientation quiz score. The y-axis is final score. Okay, if you believe your English ability is the one actually should be correlated to your final grade, you will see a curve. But then you will find out right now, no matter the orientation quiz is in the 100 or in 50, they actually is about the same range. But you actually can find out that who probably will fail. The people who pass orientation quiz were likely to fail around that time. Why? Because around that time, if the people who fail, I will giving them another criteria, which means they need to show up in my class every time. Okay. So you know, some people who actually think their English is good, they will skip the classes, it will be fine, but in the end, they were likely to fail. Okay, so this one is for another courses called data structure courses. You can actually see your English good or not. It's good? Okay, so I need microphone. My microphone. Yes, my microphone, the white one. Yes. Hello. Ooh, finally. I don't need to yell. So, great. So this one is from a data structure in the 2022. Then you will also find out we have around 200 students. In the end, the people who fail for orientation quiz doesn't really mean that they will fail for the final score. And then we can actually show you more. And then to show you that actually English shouldn't be the reason for you to say because the lecture in English make me to having a difficulty to understand the material. We hope it is not. Most of the time, lecture in English, when students actually say the reason I cannot perform well is because blah, 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 we actually call them excuse. Okay. Because if you did not perform well, and the first excuse or first reason you can blame is because the course is in English. But if today, I can guarantee you, if certain thing I say that in not a very good way, I think that is so important, I probably will speak in Mandarin again. It will probably just have like 5% of the time. If I consider certain thing important, I will do that again. But then actually you will find out that is not really associated with our grade. Okay, so then this one, next one, if your school are later based grade school, okay, you will find out your grade actually will based on the class distribution. You actually will find out I do screenshot from one thing from D card, okay, probably it's too small. You say, okay, but the grade distribution is not recommend. Okay, so that is terrible. Yes, we actually tell you if you are among top 5% and your score is above 90, we can guarantee you got A+. It doesn't mean that if I have only 5%, so if you only like 0.001 score difference, I will cut you. No, we will base on the distribution, find the gap. Who actually are those students perform better than anyone else? You know, A+ means that you exceed expectation of this class. Okay, so and then if one of the class, the A+ have more than 60% of the class students are all A+, I can guarantee you that when you show this grade to industry, people will not buy it because they did not see that you are really among the classmates right there. Okay, so we actually were changing your later base grade based on the grade distribution. If you hate that, just like this student say, don't recommend, then drop this course. Okay, drop this course. We do have our reason to say why we want to do this one. By the way, later base grade, originally when we try to design them, it's because we want to show the class distribution. You also need to know if you are a National Tsinghua University student, you actually receive certain thing called T-score, right? And T-score, has anyone paid attention to T-score before? Raise your hand. Only one or two few, very few. You need to know if your T-score are 50, which means you're among average. Okay, so if I make my A+ in 50, which means my course is bad. So if you're A+, we hope your T-score will be around like 60 or 65. Actually, it will be better to show that is very selective. Okay, and for a lot of department right now, the way they give the scholarship is based on T-score, not based on the GPA. So try to maintain this later base grade can guarantee your T-score. If you really receive A+, your T-score will be pretty. Okay, so then I usually would say a lot of things like that, but in the end, students don't really care about me. So here is the QR code for you to working on that. We show you the grade policy, okay? And then try to tell me how much you want to earn for this class. And then later on, you input certain thing. When I go back in front of my computer, I will check your grade right there, and then try to assign a pseudo later grade. Okay, so then you will know, oh, based on like that, oh, I probably only got B. If I want to get B+ or want to get A-, I probably need to be working harder in some part. Okay, so we will actually show that to you to make sure you know what does that mean by adjust your grade based on the grade distribution. Okay, so you try to working on that. And by the way, today I have so many material I want to show today. So I probably will have one short break in between. Okay, give you like 10 minutes. And then we will come back. Sorry, I will have too many things I want to talk. So if you want to leave, you decide after that, you want to drop this class, that is fine. So while you are trying to working on that one, let me go back to the video I want to show and then you can working on the QR code and then listen to this video. Still no sound. What? Going on? No sound. No sound. Okay. I even did not find any sounds right here. Hi. Sorry, too bad. RTA forgot to testing the video. Okay, so do you finish that? Okay. I probably will, so then this one is also very important. I believe that, you know, something called integrity. Okay, how many people, how much percentage of people actually know this term, integrity? Integrity. This one is like a 学术伦理，我们翻中文翻成 ethic。Integrity 就是你是完整性的。Integrity itself in English is mean you are a whole, you are good, you are unbreakable. Okay, so then what we want to talking about that academic integrity policy is we try to make sure that not only you taking this course, you should also having good behavior. Has anyone recently read the news about National Tsinghua University's graduate stealing the secret from TSMC and then blah blah blah? How many people read that news? Okay, a very sad news from my perspective. I hope no student after they taking my courses will violate that. Okay. Why we want to talking about that? I hope today, after the whole thing finish, I will be able to help you to understand, okay, and some bad habit you have in your high school, in your elementary school, is not good. Because most important thing in our life, in taking the course, is not just about your grade. Yesterday, when I went to DCAR, I'm sorry for exchange student or international student, you don't know what's going on. When I keep talking about DCAR, what is that? That is about a social media right there. People, student right there, they're anonymous. You know what happened when students are anonymous, what they can do? They can say a lot of things they don't want other people to know come from them, right? So in that kind of social media, they can talking about so many things that are bad. And when I actually try to search my name, Chen Yixing, into the DCAR, I see so many things they try to accuse. I'm not good right here, I'm not good right here. But the most important part, I mean, in majority of the company, you can do that later on. Okay, maybe you already did it, but you still come to you decide to try in the first session. Good, and then I give you a like. Okay, so then, but then most of the students, when they actually receive that kind of comment, what kind of comment they try to talk? It's about grade. They hate the way about the grade. But grading shouldn't be the most important thing. I do understand if you're undergraduate student, grade probably means that you actually can do better when you try to apply for graduate school. But once you become the graduate student right there, why you still need a better grade? Want to apply for PhD? Because of that? Don't worry, no one wants to study PhD except for those poor guys. Okay. People won't care about the grade. So then what is the grade about in a class? It's just kind of evaluation to reflect how good you are as compared to other classmates. That's it. Okay. But a course, the most important thing in a course is what the thing you learn you can bring with you. Okay, and what kind of thing you can bring with you? That is only happen in the journey. It's not about the end project, end outcome, oh, A plus, something like that. No, when we actually say, like for example, 志宇 right here, we tell you that he have the top 2 score, give him applause. And it doesn't mean that because of that, I only love him. No, I love all my TA right here. Later after you take my courses, I also love you, even I fail you. But the thing is, if you know that in the end, the most important thing is how you can learn. Okay, so how you can learn? Learn by doing things by yourself. Okay, why you need to do cheating? Why you need to do stealing? Because you know that did not belong to you, right? It belonged to someone else. You copy paste them to show, to fake that you have it. But in the end, you cannot take it with you. So a course academic integrity policy right here, it tries to tell you, you have to be responsible for everything you work about your assignment. So if that is the assignment, you need to do that on your own. If certain thing about the project, you shouldn't consulting or copy the work from ChatGPT or Cloud or Llama or whatever. You shouldn't do something like that because that did not belong to you. Okay, you just fake, like you pretend you having that ability, but in the end you don't. So if our TA find out that your work have very clear, by the way, most of the my lab actually is good at NLP technique, so most of our TA are kind of well trained for understanding does that come from student or does that come from ChatGPT. Does come from ChatGPT have some very specific characteristic, we know that. Okay, so if the TA actually find out and actually ask the student to work on that, we can identify that homework did not or have been done by yourself, then we will give you a negative credit. How negative credit it is depends on my mood. When I say that, I hope you find out that it's very, very terrible, so I don't want to violate that. In the exam, if you copy other people's work, we will give you your final score will be 0. So that is called academic integrity policy. So far, so good? Okay, and then we were having some of the participation. Oh, we want to talking about that. This is from last year's record. It was not in your handout. Okay, so then TA, when you try to adding this one out because Ministry of Education will kill me if they find out I release it. You know what it means about final retention rate right here? It's like who are the people who stay in the end? How much percentage stay in the end? You will find out that even for CS student, the retention rate is less than 70%. For non-CS student, they are like a lot lower. Okay, and because this, and then we also find out this is from last year. So many of our, so many people get A+ last year. Why? Because so many people give up. So in the end, when I tried to having the graded distribution, like, oh, these students, based on last year, they will not be able to get A. But because so many people drop, so then they will be able to get A. That is the extra benefit for them. But you can actually find out the W mark is mean that one they decide to drop the courses, or in the end, they got X. X is 0. We have around 20% of people get 0 last year. I have no idea what's going on. Why they cannot pass, but they decide to not drop. It's weird from my perspective. So then we actually understand, based on last year, you will find out around like 40% of the student, or bigger than 40% of student, they cannot stay till the end. So then we try to encourage you to stay in the class. How? We will decide to having some lottery. you come to the classes or in the classroom, or you join our class in the real time. Okay, we will give you some lottery. And the lottery is give you the collab compute unit. You know what is collab compute unit? You can do some fancy GPU unit right there. Okay, that is a reward for you to stay with us in the class. And also we find out a lot of students usually say, oh, because they have the video recording, so then I would prefer because the video recording, so which means that I can do that later. You know, 1 week is fine. 2 weeks is a little bit more, right? And 3 weeks and 4 weeks, so you will find out in the end, if you did not catch that in the same week, you would likely want to give up. So we want to encourage you to stay. If you stay, that is based on how TA tried to design. Don't worry, that is not a real QR code right now. That is a QR code. TA showed that to me. When I talk in one of my sessions, I will have starting to show, by the way, guys, this is a lottery QR code for today. Okay, so go to this QR code. And in that one, you will need to register for your email, try to record your email right there. So that is our TA Elia actually tried to show me this demonstration. Input your student ID. And then I probably will say, oh, the answer right here is Apple. Then you need to click Apple to make sure you're not just having a computer and to scratch and keep on doing that. So we were having some mechanism to make sure it's you try to do this one. So in other words, the answer will change every time when I talk. Okay, then TA will tell me, Professor, the answer today here, the first one is this, the second one is this. So I will actually say the same thing over and over in the class. So maybe, for example, in the 3-hour classes, for every hour, I will having this lottery QR code. And then afterward, our TA will try to having some Excel file, try to mark out, mark the student who answered all the things correctly. Okay, understand? So then they will be able to go into this lottery again. So in the end of the session, we'll have lottery session provided by our TA. They will come here, guys, so we want to show you who actually will be able to get this lottery again award. And then they will and then we will actually say, oh, so the congratulations for someone who received like 100 compute unit or 500 compute unit. I remember 100 compute unit is not it's not quite expensive. It's just like $300 or $400 Taiwanese dollar. 500 is like $1,500, something like that for NT dollar. But it's good, right? So then you will receive your reward. We give you some email and account right there is for you to know that is your collab compute unit. So far so good. And then, because I know students would prefer not to come to the classroom. Last year, based on our experience, we probably only have less than, how much? Less than 10% of students show up, just like right here. Okay, like Ted is one of them. Okay, just like very, very few people. So we decide to actually separate this lottery game into 2 groups. So you want to stay in online for a larger group, or you want to stay in classroom for a shorter group? Depends on you. Okay, fine. So that is the way we try to engage you to show up for the classroom. If you are S-class student, sorry, you lost that chance. Okay, but I think it's fair. Okay, so everything's fine with you? If that's fine with you, how about I take a 10-minute break? We take 10 minutes break. For those people who decide to drop immediately, you can leave and clear that space for another student in another overflow room. So we take 10 minutes break and then we come back at 10:10. So in the YouTube one, we also will post it and then we come back at 10:10.
Oh, yeah, yeah.